We are live. Okay, so this intro is playing, and then here we are. Hello. It's another episode of the Shaker Speakeasy, and today we have a very, very special group. A group that has created policy during our senior year that affected the trajectory of our lives. And we brought them all together to sit around and reminisce and expose truths, honesties, and fallacies. But I'm going to sit back because we got our guest host, the one and only Julie Snipes Ray.
Hi, everybody. What's up? We do have special guests here today. We have our class of 1984 officers, student council officers. If you guys remember, Kevin Seminaro was our president of the class of 1984 senior year. And Kim Crawford, who we're waiting for, she's going to get on at some point, I think, was our vice president. And then you guys all know Mr. Tim Fitzgerald was our treasurer. And then I was our class secretary. And we were a motley crew back in 1984.
Okay.
But we had a great time. So you guys want to introduce yourselves at all? I mean, I know everybody knows you guys. But anybody want to say anything? I'm Julie Snipes. You know me.
Hi, Julie.
Say hello.
Hello, Julie.
Yeah, hello, Julie.
And the
Hello,
audience.
Dave.
The audience.
Hello,
Well, let's jump right into it. So, you guys, Gabe gave us all this. Huh?
Bubblegum.
No.
Damn it, I can't remember the safe word. Can't remember the safe word. Whatever it was, I forgot it.
No. Gabe gave us all these props. Like he said, we got to set policy for like back in 1984. Like, I don't remember doing that. Do you guys even remember what we did as class officers back in 1984? Like, what did we actually get accomplished that year? What do you guys remember?
I have a pretty decent memory of what we did. I remember in the campaign part of it before we all voted, in my speech, my "Hey, please elect me" speech, it boiled down to a couple things. Let's just have a great time. Let's have a lot of fun, and let's raise lots of money for prom because I don't want to go to Crawford Auto Museum. And that's pretty much what we did. We raised a crap ton of money. I had a blast. I don't know about everybody else, but I certainly had a good time. So we accomplished a couple things.
I mean, I know we had a good time. I mean, in spite the fact that like we weren't all close friends or not even really friends. I mean, we were like classmates, but we didn't know each other well. I feel like we had a great time together.
Well, I think maybe it was better, maybe it made us work together better.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Although I was afraid of Kim. Kim really was the president.
Oh, she was the director, man.
She was like the Dick Cheney.
She was focused.
She was like pulling all the strings.
Yeah.
She was a
She'd
shadow
have
government.
meetings to schedule meetings and then more meetings.
Right.
The only reason I'm here is because I was worried what Kim would do if I didn't show up.
Well, that's ironic.
Yeah.
Okay, so we raised money. Do you remember how we even raised money? Like I have no recollection of what we did senior year, but I mean,
well, we had the food stand at the football games. I remember that because we were doing twofers. We were doing a lot of specials there. We were getting creative.
We did.
Yeah,
we did a lot of different things that a previous class.
I tried to sell beers there, but they stopped that.
You did what? Tim, what'd you say?
I tried to sell beers out of there, but they stopped that pretty quick.
Of course you did.
Wasn't somebody selling weed?
That was
like a couple
anything
bricks
to raise money, man.
Right.
If there was a class that would have tried to sell weed, it probably would have been ours.
Because I remember going to Brook Lake Airport with somebody to pick up some packages.
What are you talking about, Gabe? Are you serious?
No. Come on.
Because that probably is why we did well on our fundraising, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so we worked on prom. Like, what did we do for prom? Do you remember? What was our prom like? Do you guys remember? Gabe, do you remember what our prom was like?
No, honestly, I don't. Like,
I remember a big ballroom and a good band, and
was it
Yeah. 'Cause
downtown?
where was
at
it?
the-
yeah, it was
It was-
downtown, Stofers, and
Stofers downtown.
yeah,
Right
and
next
it
to
was well
Terminal
attended. I mean,
Tower. Yeah.
it was well attended, and people were dancing, and yeah, that was fun evening.
Yeah, and Kevin fulfilled his campaign promise because it wasn't at the Crawford Auto Museum. It was at Stofers downtown.
That's my middle name.
Yeah, it's right at the hotel next to Tower City, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
That's 'cause
when
I
we
knew-
did renovation.
I knew that 30 or 40 years in the future it would be called the Ritz because I wanted to have it at the Ritz.
You have a lifetime membership there.
No. Lifetime banishment.
Right. Okay, but we also did homecoming, right? We also did something with homecoming.
Yeah, we built a float. You guys
There was a
don't remember
float?
that chicken wire, everything?
No, I don't remember. There was a float?
Yeah, I remember gathering at Paul Mel's house, Gabe.
Wow.
I don't remember any of that.
Really? And I know that Kim was very, very into it. So maybe we just kind of took it. Well, that's my recollection. So
I wish there were some pictures, man. Wow.
No, you don't.
Wow. Okay.
Mr.
I don't think it made it the
Longseater.
complete parade route. I think it was falling apart before we got to the end.
I don't remember any of it.
Mr. Lime Cedar. Yes, he always had beer smell on his breath.
Right.
Do you know what he did in the summertime?
Oh, was
No.
was Lime Cedar our
Advisor.
advisor? Yeah, right. Big guy. What did he do? He like ran sports. He
was a
different
football coach.
Yeah. Yeah, Mark Lime Cedar. Yep. Had a beard.
Yeah.
Kind of looked like, I wouldn't say he looked like exactly like Ohio State Ryan Day, but he had that beard. Yeah.
He was a lot sloppier looking.
So yeah,
Right.
Ryan Day and a lot had settled on Lime Cedar already.
Right.
Lime Cedar was the one that would let me go to his office and smoke cigarettes.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
And he was quite a character. I bumped into him many, many years later, and I found out what he did over the summer. I think he's dead now, so I can go ahead and talk about him.
Okay.
He would run beer trucks for House of La Rose, like all the festivals all over town.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
The
Okay.
air show, the whatever, the feast, the whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he did in the summertime.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I
He's
didn't
the
have no
bud man.
issue with him.
He was the bud man.
Yeah,
Right.
he was. He was
Yeah.
the budman. Yeah.
What does that mean? Oh, you mean like Budweiser?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, did Corona come out around that time?
Oh, I think it was
84.
around, but it was nowhere near the popularity.
Right.
Bud Bud dominated. Bud and Stroh's.
Yes. And then Rolling Rock.
And Wiedemann.
Yes. And Mickey's Big Mouth.
Nicky's. I remember Nicky's.
Well, that's the story I told them. That's how I think I got elected. Was I promised everybody a keg if they would wear those sandwich boards for me. And Lardy's like, seriously? So he was standing outside the cafeteria with this stupid looking sandwich board on. And then he came collecting. I'm like, I can't let him down. Well, I couldn't get a keg because my connections fell apart. But I went and got like 8 cases of Narragansett beer and threw them in my girlfriend's pool because it wasn't a heated pool. And I told him, come on over and grab them. So we were fishing these 6 packs and 12 packs out of her pool all evening.
Wow.
As people would roll in.
So that's how you won. Wait, do you remember who you ran against? Tim?
I won because Lisa Stewart gave this beautiful 5-minute speech, and I just got up and said, "But I'll do everything she said she'd do, but I'll do it better." And that was my speech. I swear to God. And then I had the beers as my my incentive. So yeah, I was shocked.
Did you ever have a conversation with Lisa about that?
Every reunion, Lisa and I talk about it.
We should call her up, bring her on live.
Oh, boy.
She was very angry, not angry, but like she didn't think it was too funny. And now later in life, it's kind of funny, but it wasn't funny early on. So, yeah.
I mean, I would say I think you and Kevin both were like dark horses. Like, wait, Kevin. Okay, so what was your situation, Kevin?
I never expected in a million years to be elected president. Never expected.
Who did you run against?
I ran against the lovely and very special and very talented Susie Spiro.
Yes.
And
Susie
I got to
Spiro.
tell you, after listening to the podcast when Gabe was talking about a year ago, I wish I'd have turned it down. She would have been perfect for it. She would have done a way better job than I did. And I didn't realize how important it was to her because it wasn't that important to me. And I just falsely assumed that everybody's like me, which I know is stupid.
But we're young.
But I didn't realize how important it was to her. And if I would have known, I would have backed out. Besides that, I had the opportunity to back out once after I was elected, but still during the junior year, I got called into Mr. Zimmerman's office. And I didn't know why. I didn't do anything wrong. I was a pretty good kid by then. And he sits me in his office and he says, "Listen, I got a lot of phone calls about you." And I'm like, I don't even know what I did. What did I do? He goes, "You got elected president of this senior class. And there's a lot of upset parents." I'm like, okay. He looks at me and he goes, "Just don't fuck it up." And I'm like, first of all, I couldn't believe the F word came out of his mouth.
Right.
And I was a little surprised by the entire conversation. And all I could say was, I'll do my best, sir. That's it. I'll do my best.
I mean, how could you?
Crazy.
How could you?
That is crazy. Why would parents complain?
Yeah.
I don't believe him.
I have a theory, though. I think for some people.
You know what? Kim was calling me.
Okay. I think some people wanted to pad their resumes for college.
Right.
You know?
Oh, absolutely, Gabe.
Right. So, that's why, some people came home highly upset.
Yeah.
Because, a free thinker, a free spirit won the election.
No. A moron won the election.
No, you weren't a moron. No, you were a moron.
In some ways.
You were more your authentic self than a lot of our classmates.
You're probably right about that.
So, yeah, I'll stand 10 toes down on that. So,
okay. Thank you.
Yep.
I mean, I think the person that was supposed to win won. I mean, I just feel like that you reflected what our class wanted at the time, and I was glad you threw your hat in the ring. So
I also think too, like that time period of like us, we were like on the dawn of this new era that obviously driven by technology, and it was also kind of like this precipice, to use that word, of like going into the 90s. I mean, things were changing. I mean, obviously with how people interface with each other, certainly music, but I always go back to tech. Like that just transformed everything. We were like that last of that last latchkey generation, like we did a lot of things on our own. We did a lot of stuff that we wouldn't have gotten away with today and stuff like that. So I think it was a very interesting time, especially musically,
I think Kim said she was going to get on. She's in Vegas, and she
She's at
said
the slot machine. You know, she's trying to get that win before she comes on.
she said she got the time zone thing mixed up. So she look for her to jump on, Gabe.
Yeah,
But
I'm checking the screens here.
what she told me about what she told us about why she ran for vice president and not president, because she could have done the job of president, but she said she ran for vice president because she knew that the vice president gave the commencement speech, the graduation speech. And so that's why she ran. And that's what she ended up doing, was gave our class graduation speech.
I'm pretty sure we both gave a speech that day, because I remember.
You remember that?
I remember spewing a bunch of gibberish. That's, but both of us spoke that day.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, which is funny because I didn't have that kind of forethought. I mean, I ran because I just thought it was, I'd always been involved in student council. I loved being involved in student council, and it was good for my college applications. So, but
yeah, I did it just because I was so new to the school. I wanted to meet a different group because I was in a very small group. My hockey buddies, so I wanted to meet other people. So that's why I tried it.
Did your hockey buddies talk about me?
Everybody talked about you, Kevin.
We had a little run-in 10th grade. It was epic. Yeah.
You had a run-in with the hockey team?
Yeah.
What was
word?
That?
Like what, fisticuffs?
Could be.
Okay.
What happened, Kevin? Come on. Like,
you really want to know?
Yeah.
Hey, the statute of limitations
is before my time, so I wasn't part of that.
I'll struggle to remember names, but I'll give you the
we'll put them on blast,
I'm out drinking with Jimmy Gardner and Brian Chenoweth, and we were going to a keg party at I can't remember the kid's name. He's kind of small to be on the hockey team, and he had a couple brothers. Grieco. Thank you. Go to a keg party at Grieco's.
No.
Yeah. So it would cost $2 to get in that keg party, which I happily paid. Happily. But when I got to the keg, it was empty. And I was pissed. I was like, hey, man, keg's empty. I paid $2.
I want my money.
So I took the tap off the empty keg and threw it in my jacket, thinking as soon as they get the next keg, I'll be first in line. I'm no stupid idiot, right? So out of the corner of my eye, I see Bobby Cutler getting finger bumped by a couple hockey players. And I'm thinking, that's no fair. He's the smallest guy here.
Mm-hmm.
So I was feeling pretty brave, and I went up and I said, hey, listen, asshole, why don't you pick on somebody your own size? The next thing I remember was flying through the screen door face first into a pile of snow. And I turned around just in time to see the entire hockey team come filing out of the house. And so lots of punches were thrown. Most of them landed on me. Cops show up. The party got to keep going. They just took me away.
That's fucked up.
This was New Year's Eve, as a matter of fact. New Year's Eve, 19.
Oh, I remember stories about that, Kevin. I wasn't there. Like I said, I was not part of that scene yet.
Yeah, I'm in the police station.
He had many other parties like that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Many other.
They took you to the police station?
Oh, yeah, I was in the police station, and they called my mom and my stepdad, and then, this is about 3 a.m.
Oh.
And, Gabe, to your point, can you imagine what would happen now? Like back then, that's exactly what would happen. I blew through a stop sign. I had my shaker hockey jacket on. The cop stopped me and goes, "Oh, you guys got a big game against Heights this week. You got to get to practice." I'm like, "Oh, you're right." No way would that happen now.
No. I mean, maybe more so at the college level to some extent, but then, social media would have been all over it,
Right.
Yeah. Wow. I'm sorry, Kevin, you got stepped to that way.
I just admitted to that on public television. Shit.
So when I see Andy Straffen, Brian Pappas, who else? Grieco.
I'm certain those guys weren't throwing any punches. Not
No,
strapping.
no.
I'll send them a message on your behalf.
I
I'm
probably
pretty
punched
sure that was
myself.
Mark Spring and Doug Hicks, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was those guys.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
all the dead guys. Yeah.
Wow, man.
Okay, so
Wow.
then, well, so
Good
going
times.
back to like our officer jobs, do you feel like being an officer contributed to your life after Shaker? Like, did it have impacts on what you did after Shaker in any way that you can think of? Was it like a positive experience that you took out into your life afterwards?
Yeah. I mean, the experience of being in a leadership role, and then also treasurer. I mentioned when we were talking earlier. I think that's what kind of got me into my accounting career. Didn't last very long. Lasted about as long as my treasury career, but it did kind of push me in that direction to at least get through school and continue on, get started in life. So yeah.
I got an accounting joke. Tell me if you've heard this before. So a guy is interviewing accountants, and he asks them a simple question. What's 2 + 2? Everybody answers 4, and he's like, "Okay, thank you. I'll be back to follow up." Finally gets to this one person, and he looks around. When he asks him the same question, he's like, "What do you want it to be?" And the guy's like, "You're hired." Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's not a science; it's an art. And I
Yes.
tell that to my kids every year when I help them with their taxes.
Yes. Yeah. Do you dream in numbers?
Gabe, I only lasted 5 years, and then I
Okay.
got into sales.
Okay.
So I've been in sales for 35 years, counting money. So that again, treasury background. But
So, may I ask, what kind of sales are you in?
industrial sales.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, steel, coal.
Yeah,
pork
a little
bellies.
bit of it. So we do sell some formed steel products, engineered steel product weldments, and then the other business does wastewater treatment, water reclaim.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's very important,
Cleaning up
man.
waters.
Yeah. It's very important. Have you ever been down to the Garrett Morgan wastewater treatment plant?
I haven't, and on it, most of my work is industrial wastewater, not municipal wastewater.
Okay.
But I don't travel in the industrial world or the municipal world. Sorry.
Do you go to conferences, or is there a magazine that you read to see what's going on in the industrial wastewater world?
Oh yeah. IWW. There's Filtration News, and then there's Elsevier's out of England that publishes white papers all the time. So yeah.
You know,
There she is.
there she is. I'll talk to you
Can you see-
offline. I got this idea.
Can you see me? Everybody can see me.
Yes.
Yes, Kim.
Miss
Welcome.
Seeley,
This is
welcome.
my daughter's here with me.
Hello.
This?
Hello.
This is the podcast from my high school. I'm not in it.
I know you're not in it.
Kim, did you get my Cash App? I'm trying to play those slot machines. Did you get my Cash App?
No, I did not get your cash app.
All right, let me check my phone, man.
Okay.
Glad you made it.
Me too. Me too.
But so Tim was telling us about his exciting career in industrial wastewater, industrial wastewater sales. That's right.
Oh.
Yeah. And then, so because I asked the question, like, what impact being an officer had on your life career or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kevin, did
No,
you have
sure
any?
thing, Kim. You get to contribute now. What impact did
Just
it
jump
have
in.
on your life?
Being a officer for none.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
That's not true. That's
He's
not
been
true.
drinking.
Okay, I don't know. What impact did it have on my life? I can't think of anything that stands out
Well,
right at the
I'm
moment.
just gonna say I'm pretty sure it helped me get into Brown, which
Oh,
is
you know what? Yeah,
where
we
I
did. Yeah, we did talk about that. So
okay.
yeah,
Well,
I there was a good thing to put on my applications, right, when I was going to school. What 40 years ago?
exactly.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
wait, can I just say, at Brown yesterday there was a mass shooting. You guys heard about
Unfortunately,
Oh
that, I'm
yes.
sure.
no.
Horrible.
That is
Sorry
my
to hear
alma
that.
mater. And they shot in there's like a gunman that came into the engineering building, Barris and Holly, which was my engineering building,
Oh wow.
and he killed 2 students, and 9 are in the hospital still.
Oh
And
no.
I mean, it has like shaken the core of that school. I mean,
Yeah.
no mass violence has ever happened in Rhode Island before. Brown has always felt like a safe place. I love my alma mater. I think that is the best school in the whole country. I loved it. I loved going there. So I'm like sad about that, and just like really in disbelief about it right now, and really feel bad for those families, because families of those students, just innocent students studying for engineering tests, like an engineering final, like
Yeah.
just
Mm-hmm.
minding their own business, you know. And this is what happens in this country right now.
Yeah.
And
I mean, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean, but the response by the university has been like really probably the best response that has ever come out of any of these situations. They've sent like hourly updates to the whole community on just what's happening. And so anyways, so I'm sure like being an officer just was one little contribution to getting me in there, and I'm so glad. I feel really blessed to have gone there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I had a friend that went there. I don't know. You may have. I don't know if you. This name. I'm just going to throw this name out there. His original name is Jeffrey Owens, but he goes by Mujahid Abdullah. He played football.
Was he our year?
Yes. It might have been our year. Yeah.
That doesn't ring a bell, but
I
Okay.
don't remember that name either. And I only played football that one year, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
mm.
Okay.
Well,
And there
from
was
our
another guy.
class, it was me and Jimmy Hexter that went. Do you guys remember Jimmy Hexter?
Yes. I remember him
Yeah,
from
we
Shaker
both went.
Boys League. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the last 48 hours in terms of mass shooting, it's been crazy. Bondi Beach in Australia.
Yeah.
Um, there was as a aside, there was footage of a guy taking away a weapon from one of the shooters, but that
And
good
Bondi,
Samaritan,
right?
yeah, but
Yeah.
that good Samaritan got shot, and it made me wonder if he had gotten hit by friendly fire
Mm.
because just because of the situation at hand. You're grabbing a weapon away from somebody, and somebody doesn't know what's happening and stuff like that. But that's neither here or there. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
been crazy last 48 hours, and it really hurts, especially at the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, so like, I mean, I think, going back to like one of the conversations we were having before was like, we were kind of a motley crew. Like, we were all very different in some ways. And, I feel like question is, did we represent our class well? Like our class ranged from, I should say, in terms of like socioeconomic status, obviously diverse in race, and and just interest in general. And so I feel like we were kind of a motley crew. Do you feel like we represented our class in terms of diversity of economics and race and anything else?
I think that the only thing I don't know about is the economics, because I don't know like what everybody's parents made, and what their situation was. So I wouldn't know about that, but as far as everything else, I think that we were all different. But what's interesting is like I think we recognized that we were different, but it wasn't an issue, right? It wasn't like we just figured out what we wanted to do, and we set about doing those things, right? But it didn't stop us or get in our way, or I don't remember having amongst the four of us. I don't remember ever having any conflicts.
No, I was just glad we didn't embarrass the class. We avoided embarrassment, right?
We worried about that. Were you worried about?
It could have gone really bad, but it didn't.
I might have done a couple small things. But.
I agree. I could have done a couple small things too, but we didn't get caught, so that means it didn't happen.
Well, I got caught. You just didn't hear about it. That's all.
Senior year while you were class president?
Okay, no, it was summer before my senior year.
Oh, the Shaker Contra thing.
Yeah.
The Shaker Contra. What was that?
The Heights Bites controversy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remind us about that.
I don't remember that at all. What was that?
It was kept pretty quiet. So junior year, at either a football, baseball, I don't know, some kind of sporting event, somebody at Shaker had made this giant banner. It was like 30 feet long with giant block yellow letters that said Heights Bites. And it got confiscated. I saw it in the storeroom, so I took it. So the summer, we were just about to start senior year, so it was August. A couple of friends of mine and I went to Heights High School, and I got pictures of us unfurling this giant banner in their football stadium and in their basketball arena.
Wow.
And it was awesome. And then we ran like hell. So I had the pictures developed, and then I made about 4 or 5 posters, and I took them and hung them in the hallways at Heights High School.
Oh my
man.
And I got away with it, I thought.
Oh, you thought.
My man.
Next thing you know, the following week, there was about 5 or 6 poorly prepared posters in our hallway with Shaker Sucks banners.
Shaker Sucks.
Ours was so professional. It looked so damn good. I just laughed it off. I said, they're amateurs. What are they doing?
Right.
But the people in charge of the high school found out, and it was kind of a issue.
Wow.
But we kept it quiet. It was in good fun. It was nothing.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I told you on that.
I will tell you, if I got caught carrying that banner around Heights High School, I would have gotten my ass kicked. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, there, somebody over there.
It was like
BATs, boys around town.
Oh, I owned those guys.
Yeah, they weren't all that. But
No,
it
they
was
weren't all
disappointing
that.
to see a couple of Shaker guys join that group.
Yeah.
That was
Yes, they were Quislings.
yeah.
It was good Ferris Bueller kind of fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh no, that summer before we started our senior year, I had a lot going on. My sister was born.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's like I had been for my mom, the only child. I remember she told us she was pregnant earlier in the year. I was like, this is my senior year in high school. Do not expect me babysitting all the time.
Yeah. I got no time for no little sister right now.
But then when she was born, my aunt and my grandmother, they had to pull me away from the hospital. She was such a beautiful baby. I'd never seen a newborn before.
All babies are beautiful.
Oh my gosh, and she was just so beautiful, and I just wanted to stare at her. It was like a little miracle.
Yeah. Wow.
That is a great story.
Yeah.
It really is.
Did the student council ever face any crises there at the school?
Crises.
Yeah.
Only the ones we created.
Yeah.
And we had to recover from.
Right.
Not that I know of.
I don't think any crises. I don't know if you guys talked about this before I came on, but the only shock I think was just the fact that that Kevin won as president.
So Kevin, she's calling it a crisis that you won. And Julie spent the whole first half of the talk telling her how we all got along so well, and
Yeah.
I mean, I did say he was a dark horse. I did say he was a dark horse. But
You guys should listen to the Susie Spiro interview, and you'll be more on her side than ever. I kind of wish that she was the president, because I certainly didn't do anything with it.
I got some papers here about some financial improprieties that the 84 class committed here.
well, Tim was the treasurer. Fitz was the treasurer.
Yes.
So
and that's how I learned how to cook books before I became an accountant.
I had to file a Freedom of Information Act there at the school.
No.
Bring it on, Kate. Let's hear it.
Yes, beer money.
Talking about the lost funds from the concession stand.
Right. Yes,
That's how
beer
I
money
paid for
being
the beer
funneled.
when I won the election.
Yes. 2 trips to the World Series of Rock down at the stadium. Yes. Dinner at Swingo's.
Swingos.
Swingos. What's Swingos? I don't even remember that.
Like
Yes.
a restaurant like back in the day.
Yes. So, yes, Mr. Fitzgerald, we have receipts on you.
I think that was Lime Cedar did that.
No, I was
Yeah.
going to the front row to prep it for our graduation.
Yeah, man.
All those counts, I had to check out the seating for our graduation.
Yeah.
Front row, man. That was a very cool theater.
It sure was. You know, that
Yeah.
was a nice place. It's so too bad they got rid of it.
Yeah,
With their
I saw.
stage that rotated around.
Right,
Stage
yes.
rotated.
I saw a TikTok video about the front row, and they were talking about how cool it was. You know, to your point, Julie.
Oh,
Okay, well,
So-
we're all right. Where are you at? I said, well, they
Yeah.
changed it, but I could be there in about 20 minutes. So if you'd like to
Who is that?
back and so
that driver. We have a driver that's taking us back to our hotel.
back to the MGM to get them.
Hey, they had a good buffet there. I don't know if you tried it yet.
Where?
At the MGM.
I know, but
But that's not. We're going to MGM. We're staying at the Excalibur.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Did
I
anybody
stayed
have
there
kids
Her name was
graduate?
Misty.
Huh?
I remember Misty at the Excalibur.
Did
Tim,
anybody have
Kim, can you mute yourself for a
Yeah,
minute?
I'm going to do that right now. Okay.
Okay.
Go
What did you
ahead.
say, Tim?
Did anybody have kids graduate from Shaker?
I did.
You
Yeah,
did.
I
What was that like? Talk about that. What was that like?
I
mean,
have one.
I'm-
When
should I be
did you
honest?
graduate?
Should I be honest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So my daughter graduated in 2017. And she went all the way through Shaker. Like she started at Lomond. We had a great experience. Loved Lomond. She went to Woodbury, which was great. Middle school was terrible. And then high school was like an up and down experience for her. Like I loved high school at Shaker. It was up and down for her. It's changed a lot.
You
And
said middle school, but wait, so Woodbury wasn't junior high school?
No, the way they do it now is elementary is K through 4, and then Woodbury is 5 and 6. Middle school is 7, 8, and then the high school was 9 through 12. And so that's 7, 8 at the Byron, and that was terrible. And then
so
the high school was like oof. So but it's just it's changed. It's changed.
So my oldest graduated from there, and I don't remember what year now. Sadly, because I had 15 kids. No, I had 5. But it seemed like 15 when I was going through.
Well, how old is your oldest, Tim?
He was born in 96. So almost
So he probably
20 months.
graduated in 2015. My daughter was born in 98 and she graduated in 2017.
Okay. So
yeah, but then I had 2 boys, and so I pulled, because of the experience I had at the high school at Shaker with my daughter, I pulled him out of middle school and sent him to US for high school, for middle school and high school. So he graduated. It was great. I mean, it was like, I mean, it wasn't like perfect, but it was really good for him. I'm glad I did it. Really
yeah, and I think it's that way. It was always that way. You know, like there's a right school for every kid, right? And Shaker was the right place for my oldest. He thrived there. He was a horrible student going through grade school, and he went to parochial, and then he was the only one that used Shaker schools, which I was kind of saddened by. But he's the only one that really fit there. The rest of them would have been overwhelmed by the big school, so they all went to small high schools. But the funniest thing was he joined the rowing team, and he was hosting a rowing party. He was captain of the rowing team, and who's sitting in my kitchen when I come in? It's John Miller.
Wow.
John Miller's son was on my son's rowing team. I'm like, I got to go through a whole season with you.
I like John.
I love John Miller.
Yeah, John's great.
Well, I still
I actually tried to, my youngest son, I actually tried to move him through Shaker. Like, he wanted to stay in Shaker. He didn't want to go to US. And so he stayed in Shaker until 10th grade. And that was during COVID. And then Shaker blew COVID. Like, they really blew it. It was bad. We moved him to US during COVID.
I have a Shaker story about COVID. Go ahead.
So he ended up, although he wanted to finish at the high school, he ended up having to move because of COVID. So he graduated from US too.
So before you start with your Shaker story, I have a non-Shaker story about COVID. Not just about COVID, but about the differences in the schools. I just always thought this was interesting. My kids don't know this, but the school mascot for the high school and the colors were the same as ours for Shaker. You know, that Raider and the red and white. I would just laugh when I would see it. You know, but. And my daughter's like, really? I was like, yeah. If I had told you that, would you care? Would you have cared? No. Maybe a little bit. She said maybe a little bit, but no. But my kids, it was. I'd say a pirate-looking guy. Yeah, it was a pirate-looking guy. Yes, he had a hat.
Red Raider.
That's exactly what we had.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm bringing it up, because it was exactly what we had.
Yeah, I would have.
But it was what was interesting is that they were like, I don't know, there's the school district, the whole school district where we lived in Fairport, New York, was like, what, 1% to 2% African American? So
we weren't a percent.
Oh, she said it wasn't even a full percent, but I mean,
I think it was 0.8.
She said 0.8. But from that, like, diversity, they didn't really have it in for the people that lived in the town. So they had busing. They called it urban suburban, and they would bus African Americans from Rochester that lived in Rochester proper. But then, like we were mentioning when we got together a couple of days ago about like what we would do after school. But these kids really didn't have any opportunity to do it because they literally didn't even live in the same neighborhood, right? They're like all the way across town. So anyway, so that's my little bitty thing comparison to what my kids experienced versus what we did. So carry on with your story.
So during COVID,
the thing that was great about.
Go ahead. Oh,
Julie. Oh, sorry.
She froze on screen.
Oh.
She used to do that at our meetings all the time too.
Freeze.
She
She
had
might-
it.
esports team.
She had an incredible
And,
idea, and then she just
you know,
freeze.
it was before kind of.
Oh, you're
Let's just tell her we heard her.
yeah. We're hearing bits and
Kevin,
pieces.
isn't that what we used to do to her at meetings too?
Me too, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you my quick shaker COVID story. So I was here during COVID, living on Van Aken, and I remember on Facebook seeing that current graduation class was going to have a protest because they couldn't walk across stage during COVID. So I was like, what the fuck? So I posted something like boo hoo, it's a pandemic. And it was amazing the pushback I got to my comment. This was like on a Shaker Facebook page. But I actually went out to the admin building right over there by Woodbury, where the students were actually having a protest, holding up signs protesting why they couldn't walk the stage. And it was just so mind-boggling, like the disconnect. Like, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and you want to put your grandma and other folks at risk walking across stage to potentially catch COVID. It just blew my mind, the pushback, about that. People thought I was being cold and callous and insensitive. And I'm like, no, this is some real world shit. It's a pandemic. So why are you protesting about not walking across the stage during this period of time? I don't have any kids, so I just didn't get it. But it just blew my mind during that time period.
You and I could spend hours talking about the thought process that today's youth goes through.
Yeah. So anyway, Julie, you were cut off.
Mhm.
So if you want to circle back to what you're
Well, what
saying.
I was saying was the great thing about Shaker, which I think is still happening, is that they managed to meet kids wherever they are in terms of like what their interests are, the activities that they do. For the time period that all my kids were within Shaker schools, they just had access to great activities, like whether it's like sports and, but my youngest son played esports. He did esports, and they recognize that as like a real sport before
Yeah.
a lot of
Esport. What's an esport?
Oh, it's the video
Oh,
games.
They're
Video-
giving $1 million scholarships for esport now.
Yeah, man.
It's
That's some real thing right there.
Yeah. And like they I don't know if you guys remember this, but while he was playing on the esports team, Kamal Bell,
Yeah.
like from CNN, he did like a special on Shaker.
I remember
And yeah, and so he spent a lot of time with the esports team because it was like they were like talking about how Shaker was good about meeting, giving kids like a lot of different options for things they wanted to do. And so my son ended up being like part of that CNN broadcast for Kamal's show. And but they had like all kinds of things that my kids got involved in, like that. I think that was, but when they went to US did not have as many options for things for kids to do, activities.
Did he pursue that at all, Julie?
Esports?
Yeah.
He would go so not necessarily since he left school, but like even while he was in Shaker, like Case would have tournaments that people like kids could join, and he would go down there on the weekends and hang out with like the college kids at Case and do esports tournaments.
Oh, wow.
And it was really cool stuff. He still plays. He's in
I
college.
had a son that got involved with that.
Yeah.
It's just great. I just think competition in any form is building, preparing you for future. You're going to have to compete. And so my kids' first level of competition, you guys remember cup stacking? You guys know anything about the cup stacking? I took my kids to tournaments in Des Moines, Iowa for cup stacking. Cup stacking was huge back then.
Are you serious?
Were they like the red cups? The
I
red
can't
cups?
make this up. It looked like Solo cups, and they're cup stacked. I mean, so but I let them
Like
pursue
Jenga.
anything they wanted to pursue to be competitive. I
Yeah.
just I thought that that's what prepared me best for life, was playing team sports and being competitive.
So, did you have any kid that followed in your footsteps playing hockey?
My daughter's playing professional hockey in Australia.
What?
Oh wow, that's
So
cool.
Julie, the first school that recruited her was Brown, and I really thought she was going to go to Brown.
Wow.
And then Northeastern gave her a full ride, so I said, "Well, that's an easy choice for me."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
And then COVID hit, and she entered the portal. She went over to BU, and so it's her first year playing pro in Australia. But next year she's going to Europe to play pro. So
Wow, Tim.
Yeah.
Oh
Right
wow,
on.
That's awesome.
congratulations! That is so cool.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Road trip.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but so when you were talking about that bond, like this stuff freaks me out. I mean, she's halfway around the world, and I hear that happening now. She's in Brisbane, and that happened in Sydney, but it still freaks me out that she's over there and that kind of stuff is happening. And so Mom and I were watching the news and kind of freaking out about it. But
Oh, rightly so. I will say though, if any of your kids, or if they have kids, whatever, uh, are planning to go spring break, um, especially down in Mexico or South America, please brief them on situational awareness now, because of all the things that are happening in the Caribbean right now with the cartels are going to get payback. And those spring break destinations are soft targets. So, you can't stop people living their life, of course, but just make them aware, if that is applicable, make them aware of the situation at hand right now.
Wow. I
Yeah,
hadn't thought
so
about that.
no.
Yeah, thanks for
it's
mentioning
part of my
that.
job. So
I only got one left in college, and I don't know where he's going this year.
yeah,
I
wow.
stopped going to Mexico about 15, maybe even 20 years ago.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I don't go there. I don't.
Why? I'm going in January.
No, it just scares me. I had to
Yeah.
go down there for work, and watching, going across the border and seeing these, like, they couldn't even shave, and they're standing there in these sandbag bunkers with bullets across their chest. I'm like, he's gonna panic and pull a trigger, and all I'm doing is crossing to work, and I have zero interest. I'm freaked out about it.
Wow.
That's just, I mean, but that's there's so many places in America I still have to see that I use that as my excuse.
Well, Julie, in January, yeah, just situational awareness, depending on where you're going. If you're
Actually, Gabe, it's a good idea to have it everywhere you go.
oh yes,
Yeah.
I know too
True.
well.
True.
Yes.
Especially in this day and age when
Yes.
a lot of people are upset with the United States.
Yes.
Yeah. My youngest went to school in Rochester at Nazareth College.
Yeah.
And I would tell him, don't go to the protests up in Rochester. Just stay away, please.
Yeah.
Because,
I mean, well, you bring up an interesting point nowadays about like the No Kings rally and stuff. I mean, it's our right to protest and everything else, but there are these increasing surveillance, data gathering tools that law enforcement are using, such as stingrays and dolphins. And what these things do is that they mimic cell phone towers. And so if you're doing social media from the protests and stuff like that, depending on that police or organization that's there, that feed will go through the fake cell phone tower so they can pull down and do matching identification. So all the things that we rail against, and Orwellian and stuff like that, they've continued to introduce these things in very subtle ways. Linking databases. Now the latest is, depending on what country you come from, they're trying to get it where, we need to see your social media posts from the last 5 years.
Have they litigated that through the court systems yet?
I think it's on the docket, is underway, but they're doing a lot of what they can, because that's the world we're living in now. Everything's about data and IP. We're all data points. So
I was thinking about that this morning.
Yeah. So just be mindful, Julie. Have a great time. Just be mindful.
Yeah, we'll stay on the resort. But Kevin, why won't you go back there?
It's very different than it used to be. I used to go to Tijuana and like places like Rosarita Beach, which was in that Baja Peninsula. 4 or 5 times a year, and I never ever felt unsafe. I would go down there for work, and I would take like half a dozen baseball mitts with me and just walk through the poorest parts of Tijuana, find a bunch of kids I couldn't communicate with, hand out baseball mitts, and we'd all just throw the ball around. And it was just a fucking awesome experience. And it got to the point where I felt like I couldn't do that kind of thing anymore. It just, I didn't feel safe. And you hear stories, and you don't know whether you can believe them or not, because who knows what truth is anymore.
Right. That's a great point. Who knows what truth is?
I wanted my kids to grow up with a dad. So
what'd you say?
I wanted my kids to grow up with a dad.
Yeah, no.
That's very important.
What do you, Kevin? I don't think you told us what you do now.
As little as possible.
To pay the bills.
Over the years, I've done a cajillion things. I've owned probably a dozen businesses, all kinds of different things. When I was going to Mexico, I owned an import company, and I would import Mexican blankets and Mexican Bajas, Guatemalan clothes, and I would set up on college campuses and sell all that shit.
Wow.
It was a blast because I got to travel all the time. I would work about 12 days out of the month. And I was making so much money that I just traveled and had a good time, But I've owned a couple restaurants, a catering company, a deli, a pizza shop.
Wow.
I love the food business because food is the one equalizer, I think. The one thing where you can really truly connect with people. That and music. But I'm not a good musician. But I'm a hell of a cook, and I love the food business. So
okay, you're gonna have to invite us over for dinner.
That's a good cover job for CIA. You know that. So
Gabe, are you saying that you think Kevin's in the CIA?
No.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Well, okay, so I have a question. If one of us were in the CIA, which one of us would it be? Now that you know a little bit about each of us, which one would it be?
Gabe.
Well, you know how we had the predictions for the newspaper? Well, this was at Woodbury. They had like Woodbury predictions. No, it was Shaker. It was the Shaker
It was
newspaper.
Shaker, yeah.
I was predicted to be a terrorist. Seriously.
What?
It's I was predicted to be a terrorist.
I'm Antifa.
Yeah, right. Another person's freedom fighter is another person's terrorist, so it's a matter of perspective.
Yeah.
I did serve over in Afghanistan and stuff like that. So depending on who you're talking to, yeah. But no,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had a midlife crisis and joined the Army in 2007 until 2011, which included deployment to Afghanistan.
Wow.
I'll send you some videos. They're non-war porn, but it sums up the experience.
Yeah,
I would like to see that.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
No, I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
absolutely.
I do it again, maybe differently. American foreign policy has always been fucked up, and Afghanistan was no different. The
Mhm.
real thing there is the poppy. It's the poppy.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then minerals now. There's a big cache of minerals, strategic minerals there. So, in essence, we could have had Bin Laden in the earlier part of the war. He was a couple of caves away, but there were some orders, as I heard, came down. I wasn't in at that time. I'm just anecdotally telling stories from people that were that had talked about that. But yeah, they kind of let him loose. They let him go. So that's a whole other type of conversation to have about the
Wow.
aftermath of 9/11 and what we were shown and what our foreign policy was. So I might be considered a terrorist for talking un-American per se.
So your dreams came true. It all worked out.
Yeah. Hey, I'm still living the dream
That's
in
right.
some other ways.
Not always a good dream, but it's a dream.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just waiting for December 19th when the comet comes by.
Oh, the
And
comet.
I just
E3 Atlas or whatever it's called.
yeah. I'll just
I hope it stops and picks me up. Yeah.
shoot up the flare gun, pick me up.
Yeah.
Does anybody know about the comet?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, I'll give you a real quick summary. It is it's an anomaly of sorts, just in terms of how it's been traveling through deep space and with its tail, and so it's provoked a lot of discussions. Oh, could it be aliens? Could it be a mothership? And then you got some people on the spiritual side of things saying that it's reflective of a spiritual shift that is happening. But whatever the case may be, there's a Harvard astrophysicist named Avi Loeb. Yeah, he's been writing some very cool, nuanced articles. In essence, that is all about just keeping an open mind, like science should, to these like fascinating, anomalies that we're witnessing. I mean, this thing is coming from deep space and passing through our solar system.
If he's not careful, he's going to get kicked out of Harvard.
Yeah, right. But there's an Ohio connection to this through iAtlas because it's coming from the same area of deep space that the big wow was recorded from. And that was recorded down at Ohio State with their radio telescopes. And it was like a radio signal for about, I don't know, 73, 93 seconds. And all the guy could do was write wow. But it came from the same area that this thing is traveling from. So interesting times ahead, however it is, whatever you believe. So, yeah.
Well, hopefully it'll bring positive change to the world.
Yes.
What we need right now.
Needing. Oh, in spades.
Chaos.
Yes.
Chaos.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Kevin?
Chaos.
Yeah.
It will bring chaos, or
chaos. Yeah.
And each of us has to be the calm in the chaos. You have to be the calm. And
one would say our team brought chaos to Shaker.
Yeah, I mean, I look at our Shaker experience.
I like that.
In general, being like an anomaly experience, because I mean, obviously we can all talk about like when we left the anomaly or bubble that was Shaker to some degree, and you came out in the real world, you were like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, and there's levels to that,
Yeah.
I always thought it was. I had a very strange childhood. we ever do this again, I'll tell the story. But I was basically raised by a television. So I was raised by Mayberry RFD, Leave It to Beaver, shows like that.
Yeah.
So what I thought the typical family was nothing close to mine. So that I thought that's how human beings were supposed to behave. They were supposed to do the right thing. They were supposed to be honest. They were supposed to, live that kind of life. And boy, getting out in the real world and, seeing the shit that happens and all the scummy, nasty people.
Yeah.
I told myself I wasn't going to bring this up, but I'm doing it anyway. Shaker was like a dream. I loved going to Shaker. And
oh wow, did you? I didn't know that.
I did. If I could go back to high school, I probably would. And there aren't a lot of people that can say that. Most of the people I think in life are like, "Oh my God, I hated high school. It was awful." I said, "Man, I loved it."
Okay, but on that note, though, Kevin, and maybe everybody, is if you could go back to senior year, what would you do differently?
Oh, I do a lot differently.
Let's go around. That's a great question. All right.
I didn't have a lot of guidance growing up. So I remember being a junior and senior at Shaker, and everybody kept talking about college. And I'm like, yeah, okay. As a matter of fact, if you look, I'm pretty sure in the yearbook, the gristmill, they asked me where I was going to school, and I said Franklin University of Central Kentucky because it's spelled fuck. I had no idea. It wasn't part of my existence. I ended up going to a community college in California, but I was so hungry. I was down to 115 pounds that I had to quit and get a job and eat. Mm-hmm. And I didn't go back to school until I was in my mid-20s.
Wow.
Wow.
But what I would do specifically different is I would look for the guidance that would have put me on a different track. So that I would have made sure I went to college, that I would have made sure I graduated, would have, done things differently. I've had a great life. I've had a lot of fun. I got 3 beautiful kids. I got an ex-wife that I adore. And so I don't regret anything like that. But the only regret I have is that I wasn't a little bit more meticulous and planned out about how I would live my adult life. And we'll save that for another show.
What about you, Fitz?
I traveled around to a lot of schools, and you would have thought I grew up in an Army family because Shaker was my 4th, actually 5th. So I loved Shaker. I loved my last 2 years of school, and I always had that. I was going to go to college. I wanted to keep playing hockey, so that's what drove me to figure out, where I just wanted to play 4 more years of hockey. So that's the only way I could. I wasn't going to get drafted, so I went to a small school up east and played hockey, and ended up getting an education along with it. But Shaker was awesome. I had a great experience there, and that's why I was a little disappointed that none of the other kids looked at it besides my oldest, but I had a really good experience there compared to my experiences at other high schools and grade schools.
That's awesome. Kim, what about you?
Hold on. Can anybody else go? Because I'm paying for my food right now.
Oh, okay.
Show us what you got. Show us what you have.
Yeah, what are you eating?
What'd you get?
She's at the buffet,
she put it on pause.
It'll tell us a lot about you, Kim. You got to show us what you got. Yeah.
I know food makes it. Kevin already said how important food is.
Yeah.
So what are you eating?
Okay. okay. Can you see this? Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
show us your plate.
Oh, but it's in the takeout container. We have to wait till I sit down.
Oh,
Okay.
He
Well,
won't open it for us right now.
we'll get a few
food is love.
bites.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Okay,
Um,
go ahead, Gabe.
I feel very fortunate to have the 10 shaker, but it was an interesting time for me because like I came from a military family and coming to Shaker in '72, that was like our 19th house. So, my family, I'm the youngest of six, and everybody was way older. So I grew up kind of like you, Kevin, TV, cable, run outside all day, unsupervised to a certain extent. But I think when I got to Shaker, I think I wish I had better mentoring to identify whatever skill sets or talents I may have possessed back then in that regard. And also just being okay with just being what I call, I mean, it's a prototype word, a blurred, a black nerd. I mean, I wasn't academically up there in the advanced classes, whatever. I was kind of like happy-go-lucky party floater around. But I kind of wish I had a little bit more of academic structure back then.
Mm,
Um,
me too.
yeah, but I wouldn't trade the experience for the world in that regard. And yeah, so
Gabe, I think we're related.
yes, we're separated. So yeah, we gotta make sure we got each other's information.
So I mean,
Twins reunited.
I was like, I was in those classes. I was in those advanced classes, and I was really clear about needing to go to college, and felt like I had all the support in the world to do that. But I came from like, I think everybody assumed in school that I was like a regular middle class Black person, but we were really poor. Like I had a single mom. We lived, my mom worked all the time. There's three of us and we were broke. And so living in Shaker, and we barely moved in Shaker. Like we got across the border and before I started kindergarten, and that's, and so I went all the way through Shaker. And because I was a smart kid, teachers liked me and they gave me a lot of positive reinforcement for being smart and doing my work and working hard and all that kind of stuff. My dad will never forget that my AP math teacher, Mr. Skitsky, told him that I was one of the hardest working kids that he had in his class. And that I was on a mission. But it was because I saw what rich people had in Shaker. Like I saw the mansions and I saw the big, just the access that people had to things that I had no access to. And it motivated me. So
Easily. Yeah.
Yes. Did you ever go into any of those mansions?
Yeah, I did. I remember, I pretty distinctly remember Paul Stupé and I were friends. He was a couple years younger than us, but we were friends. I think we ran track together. And he lived around Shaker Square off of Shaker Boulevard, and he had a nice big house. And so his family had an event there or whatever. And so I went into his house and I was like, holy shit. And I had a couple of those holy shit moments, and I was like, I want to be able to afford those things. So I was really on a mission to do well, go to college, go to the best college I could, get an engineering degree and get a job. And that's what I did. Yeah. And it wasn't until kind of I felt like I saved enough money. Like I worked in corporate for 10 years. And it wasn't until I felt like I saved enough money, felt like I was established enough that then I could just say, okay, what do I want to do? Like, what do I really want to do? Because I hated engineering and I didn't like working for corporate. And then I was able to kind of take the pressure off myself and say like, okay, now you can do what you really want to do, which is actually working in education, which is what I do. My passion is education because it changed my life.
I've found that I've been friends with tons of engineers, and they are the most interesting people because really an engineer is you study the science of process.
Mm-hmm.
And these people were more successful in their second careers than they ever were in engineering.
Right.
So they just took the principles of engineering and applied them to whatever they were doing.
It teaches you how to think.
Yeah, I got a good story about that from work because I went to school for engineering. My undergrad degree is in civil engineering. My graduate degree was in civil and environmental engineering. So when I started working for Xerox, well, 29 years ago now, they hired me as an environmental engineer. But I pretty much knew that I wouldn't want to stay just doing that for my whole career. Because I actually had an offer with an engineering firm in Cleveland, one in no warm places. They were all Rochester, White Plains, Detroit. I'm like, come on, people. If I had gotten an offer in Georgia or something, I would have gone there. But anyway, so I was on this project that they shut down. Like this working for Xerox. So we were designing printers and things like that. So they shut the project down and they had us go and do interviews internally wherever we wanted. And all these people were like, "Oh my gosh, you have a degree in engineering and you could do this for us and you could do that." They were so excited about my background and what I could do. And it was a really good experience to go through that and see how people valued what I had learned, It was
Right,
good.
right.
Would you have changed anything in your high school experience? And you're not letting us see your food yet. So
We're
She's an
later
elevator.
now. I hope we don't get
Yeah.
disconnected, but
Uh,
we're not. We're gonna go to the room and eat. We just decided we didn't want to eat in the food court.
you owe us.
So can
You
can
owe
you
us.
still hear me?
she is
Oh,
really dragging us out. You are really, like,
the suspense. The suspense.
I know, and I feel like she doesn't want us to see it. Like I feel like there's something on her plate that she's like, I don't want to tell them about that.
Right, right.
I'm just
Let,
saying.
let
You
me
know,
bring this, let me bring this up now. Why don't the five of us get together, spouses, significant others, whatever you want to do, kids, whatever, this summer for a cookout?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we can do
Yeah.
that.
And I'd love
And my daughter says in Ohio.
I would love for you guys to come on
Yes.
here. I'm right on the Chagrin River. Deck goes right out to the river. You guys come
Okay.
over here. I'll cook out and
Where are you, Tim? Where are you?
Gates Mills.
Oh, you're in Gates
Gates
Mills.
Mills.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'm
All right.
down. I'm down.
Okay. So
Miller's
we
been
want to
swimming
pick
over
a date.
here, you know. He's been over here a couple times.
So Kevin, where are you at right now? Where are you in
Lindbergh.
Ohio?
Lyndhurst. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So wow. Yeah. Everybody's for the most part, everybody's local.
If
That would
Yeah.
be cool.
if
Because
I had my-
this could be a segue to our 8460 celebration that's being talked about for August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tim, this could be the run up to that.
Right, and I'll bring Duffett out because he does such an incredible job keeping so many people connected from our class. So Duffett will be invited as well.
Yeah.
It's good. He had his summer party. I actually went for the first time this summer.
Oh, were you there? I missed you then because I was only there for about an hour and a half. But
Yeah, I came later. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I had to leave early because there was some incident that happened that
Oh yeah, I
day.
saw you, Gabe. I saw you there.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
some
and then I remember you leaving. There was something in the news.
right, like there was a bombing or something crazy happened. And I
It
had to
wasn't
go
me.
cover that. Yes.
Well, Gabe, you were there. Did I see you there?
No, I was there at the beginning and then I got like a news notification and then I was like, I gotta go. So I probably missed you.
Yeah. I came
Yeah.
a little later because I was at a graduation party. So
Yeah. But no, that'd be great. Kevin, that's a great idea. Have a cookout and do all that. I'm totally down for that. I'm totally
Well, we've
down
got our
for
group chat now, so
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, we'll do it in the spring because that's when the bald eagles fly up and down the river. It's so freaking
Ooh.
cool. They are
Cool to see
like
that.
10 feet off my deck. They're like
Wow.
right in your face. You've got to
Wow.
come and enjoy the nature. It's awesome.
You don't have any like indoor outdoor cats or anything, right? Because of the
I have a
eagles?
very smelly, long-haired German Shepherd that
Okay.
keeps and I have river otters underneath my deck.
Oh, that's lovely. I like otters, man. But they're vicious. I love them though. They make cool noises.
My dog's friends with them.
Okay, can everyone see now? This is my dinner.
Close up.
Ooh.
Green beans.
We waited this long for that.
I know. That's what I was
Green
thinking.
beans.
Like,
What is that? Asparagus or green?
Now I
beans?
gotta figure out if I need to go out and get something to eat, man.
I feel let down though. I mean, I do feel let down.
Well, what were you trying to have? Like filet mignon and some lobster? I mean,
I
come
just
on.
thought it would be more variety. I thought it would be more variety.
Kim, eat your food. Tell her to kick rocks. Okay? That's her food.
I'm kind of sorry I brought it up.
That's the chef in you, man. That's the chef in you.
We'll get past it. It'll be
You know, I was going to say earlier, Kevin, you know, when you were reflecting on your high school experiences, I said, you know, bless you, that'd be cool. That'd be a cool, like, hot tub in the Wayback Machine that would start at Shaker. Like, so, like, a class comes back for a reunion, and then several people get transported back to their senior year while they're touring the high school to, like, work whatever out something or resolve something, and then they're magically back to the high school tour as if nothing ever happened, you know?
That would be good.
You made me think of that. So,
I
wow.
smell a movie script.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Him and a bunch of guys built that salt machine, that bath.
Yeah, the hot tub
Yeah.
machine, the
Yeah.
time machine. Yeah.
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 Who
Jimmy
was it?
Gardner.
Jim Gardner and Bloomfeld.
Oh, you're talking about something real. They built
Yeah,
something.
Yes.
they,
Don't
they
you
built an
remember?
isolation tank.
Yes, it was like John Hayes in like ninth grade. After that movie.
Oh,
I remember-
Ultra States.
Yes, I
States.
remember going over there
Yes.
and trying it. They were so excited about it.
I
I
love
think
What
those
did they
things.
do?
I think it was 10th grade.
It was
What did
10th
they
grade.
do?
You're right. It was 10th grade because I met them through some friends from Dominic's and I went over there. Yes, it was 10th grade.
Yeah, because I went to rehab in 10th grade, and it happened while I was in rehab.
Okay. Those things are really good, like the isolation things, you know, with the salt water and stuff like that. It's a great relaxation type of tool.
Now all you need is mushrooms in your
That too. That too.
spot.
Yes. You're speaking my language.
Yes.
Yes.
Like I said, I think we are related somehow.
Yes. Long lost.
Gabe, are you Italian?
You know, actually, Taliaferro is the root of Taliver, which means iron worker in
Oh.
Italy. So whoever enslaved my kinfolk came from the Tuscany region of Italy.
Oh,
you
wow.
sure? Are you
Yeah.
sure? Because you know, you might not have been enslaved.
From the little bit of research, there's like there was a plantation down in Virginia where a lot of the Talifers came from. Yeah. So
Pharaoh is steel. Pharaoh is that what it is?
iron.
Iron.
Yes.
Ferrous. Yeah, Latin.
Yeah.
Well, you got a better last name than I do.
Ah. Hey,
Break my name in half.
Seminaro.
Break it in half.
Semen.
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 Oro.
But that's the block, the some of the building blocks of life.
It's golden spooge is what it comes down to. Golden
Yes.
seed. Golden seed.
When you meet the earth, which is
Wait, are you
the
saying
woman.
are you for real translating your last name?
Yeah,
Like,
does that mean it's time to go?
well, like what? Okay,
Oh,
Kevin just broke down his name to Seaman. I think it's time to go.
oh, but no, we can't go. We can't go yet. We have entering the chat the Billy Habshaw.
Oh, Billy says Julie should talk about how awesome Moreland was. Oh my God, Billy. Oh my God. And I know we all love our elementary schools, those of us that went to Shaker, but Moreland, let me tell you, Moreland was the best elementary school. It was back then, it was K-6, but it was, you guys know where the library is now, the main library. That's where Moreland was. And Moreland serviced that community, the neighborhoods that were near Chagrin and Lee and Ashby, Milverton, that area. If you guys know that area, the part right near Cleveland, Kinsman. And so the school was, back in the 70s, the school was predominantly Black. We bust in some white kids. We did. We bust in some white kids, like Jennifer Schwartz was busting, and
Kristen Hess, I think.
Yeah, Kristen Hess was busting. Kristen and I just went out a couple weeks ago. We went out to lunch a couple weeks ago. But we had a Black principal. We had Black teachers, Black and white teachers. We had I remember our music teacher was Black, and she took us to go see Porgy and Bess at the opera. She taught us like the Black national anthem, lift every voice and sing. Like but it was like academically focused. It was like this great little school that like nurtured us. And so I think everybody who went to Moreland loved the experience, had the best teachers. We had the best teachers. Thanks, Billy. Yep, it's true. It is absolutely true. Best school.
Shout out to all the people that went to Ludlow, the Low. We were across the tracks. We had a good school. We had a lot of rapscallions. We pulled down the flagpole in front of
Gabe,
Ludlow.
was Miss Page ever one of your teachers? At Ludlow?
Yeah, Miss Page was my second grade and fourth grade teacher. One of the best.
Yeah.
And it goes back to education. Representation matters. She cared about all of us at Ludlow who had classes with her, and she would set you straight if you acted out. And one of the best teachers to come through the Shaker school system there.
Everybody name your favorite teacher from Shaker. Any year, doesn't
From
matter.
the high school or from the high school?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, well, I'll say high school, Carmen Parsaliti, the human relations class, and Miss Page from Ludlow, and Woodbury. I don't know. I don't remember an impactful teacher from Woodbury. No disrespect, but yeah.
Well, I started out at Mercer with Roger Lieberman in kindergarten.
Yes.
And I can't remember my kindergarten teacher there, but then at high school, it would definitely be Dennis Hogue.
Mr. Hogue.
Oh my God.
What did he teach?
He taught algebra, and he was hysterical.
with this accent.
Oh.
God.
And he hated hockey players. He just hated them. But I was good at algebra, so he liked me and hated the rest of the team. And then Mrs. Burrow, I love that lady. English.
I don't remember her.
She taught junior, senior year English, and she was right off the front door. Like she faced out into the oval there, and it was the second classroom in, first classroom in. I only remember that because I had to dive in through the window a couple times when I was late for class, and she always had her back to it.
Man.
I would definitely say fourth grade, Mrs. Gessler. She was a phenomenal teacher, and she still keeps in touch with like all her students. Not all her students, but a lot of her students. Fourth grade. And then from the high school, I think I would say like coaches, like Woody. I don't know. Did anybody else run track? But like
No.
Mr. Woodard, he was like the best. He was so good.
Well, you know what, Julie? There was one that he was a coach for football, Zip Zimmerman.
Yeah.
Was it Zip Zimmerman or Zip Zaleski or something? He taught drafting.
Yeah,
I
he
took
was my
draft.
he was my drafting teacher.
He was awesome.
Hmm.
He was so awesome. Older gentleman, just so patient. Uh, I liked him.
Who was a teacher that you all couldn't stand?
Mr.
Anybody?
Kowaleski. I know I
Okay.
answered that really quickly, but
Did you have a story, Fitz?
I couldn't stand chemistry. And that's my life now, water treatment, wastewater treatment. I couldn't stand chemistry. And Tom Boylan would always ace the test. And I'm like, dude, how are you doing this? So I'd go over and study with him, and he wouldn't study. We'd start drinking beers. I'm like, I got to study. And he goes, no, you don't need to study. This is easy. Then he finally admitted to me he cheated the whole way through.
What?
Oh.
I thought he knew it. I thought he knew it.
You just put him on blast like that.
Tom Boylan got put on blast.
Statute of
Tom
limitations.
Boylan was a
Yeah.
cheater.
Yeah.
Oh, he won't deny it.
I didn't like Mr. Coco Beck from Woodbury.
Cocoback. That sounds familiar.
He
I don't
had
Oh,
he was like a big sturdy, he was like a short sturdy dude, very thick.
What
He
did
had-
he teach?
I think he taught math maybe. But he had these like big blocky black shoes. His hair was slicked back and he had like the Coke bottle glasses. Like
I don't remember.
I don't know.
remember
It was-
the name.
Yeah. But that was from math junior high school.
Do you
Oh, I
guys
forgot.
remember? Oh, go
Was
ahead.
it because? Do you think we didn't like the teachers because of the we didn't like the subject, or because we didn't learn from them that we thought they were bad teachers?
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of both because when I look back at like at least for my learning process, I realized much later in life I was a much more visually oriented learner, and I think at school there was like one size fits all,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
Mhm.
if
and
you-
I loved math, so I always loved my math teachers. I hated
Right.
science, and so I always hated my science teachers. Although Miss Berry wasn't bad in physics; she was all right in physics.
and there was a sweet Spanish teacher. What's her name? Senorita Tucci.
Mm,
Little
sounds
lady.
familiar.
Yeah, she was sweet. But Carmen Parsaliti's class, I think human relations, that to me was probably one of the most mature, kind of like eye-opening classes because I feel like Carmen he was just like a straight shooter. I remember him talking about fighting in World War II and like shooting a German soldier.
Oh wow.
And it was just real, and he went there like in his telling the story, he kind of drifted off. And it was just so compelling. It was the wintertime, the Battle of the Bulge, and he talked about aiming his rifle at this German soldier and popping him, and here you are, what, I think that was 11th grade or 12th grade, like, oh wow, man.
Yeah. I had an 8th grade teacher at US that was a pilot, and he would show the world, and he would explain the tracer bullets and the fact that he lived it and did it.
Yeah.
I respected him so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember a history teacher at Shaker that would have taught like American history? She was like an old lady, like really, 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 really old. Do you guys
Like
remember?
she lived American history?
Yes. Like she had seen decades and decades and decades.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I can't remember what her name was, but I was in her class, and then I told my mother I wanted to get transferred out of her class because I didn't like her.
Mhm.
And I went to the office because she said she was teaching like civil rights and stuff like that, or I don't know. It was before that. She was teaching Black history, and she said in class, she said W.E.B. Du Bois was not your typical Negro. He was an intellectual,
What?
And I was like,
Oh, like the others weren't.
yeah, I was like, did she just say that? I was like,
Mm.
what did she? And then I was
Mm.
like, oh, she really did say that. And she was so old that I felt like she could have lived through that period, you know? And
Mhm.
like, she was like, she probably was like on some old, like, you know, just, I don't know. She had lived in a different period, a time period.
Mhm.
And so I was like, I didn't really feel like it was fair for me to be in her class. She was probably one I hated the most. She was just seriously old. And I just never felt like, I don't know, I felt like she had opinions that weren't about history and not facts, you know.
Mhm. Mhm.
She had her own agenda. Well, I remember from one of our, this was last year, one of the podcasts, somebody was talking about their guidance counselor who said to them, I don't know if it was to them or they had said something to one of our classmates about, oh, you're not smart enough to go to a school, like a particular school or something fucked up like that, you know?
Mhm.
And it was coming from a guidance counselor, you know? And I was just like, yeah, that's
Well,
really,
but what I think they've outlived especially now with. I remember the guidance counselors when they were seeing the schools I was looking at.
yeah.
They didn't even know the schools I was looking at.
Mm,
They didn't even.
Mhm.
They'd never heard of them. Well,
Mhm.
I guess if you want to go there, you know, I don't know. And there was no value add with that.
yeah. And then, you know, you think about the impact that has on you as a very impressionable young person or
Yeah.
sensitive person, you know,
Mhm.
like, you know, you carry those things. And I think, you know, I think about something that Kevin said earlier about high school experiences. And, you know, granted, everybody has a different experience, but when you really think about it, man, that high school can really set the tone for the rest of your life in terms of how you navigate the world, in terms of
Mhm.
what you've dealt with or haven't dealt with going forward in your life because of high
Agreed.
school, you know?
Agreed. That's what
You
it's
know?
there for.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I
Right.
think.
But
And I noticed it
Oh,
more
that
with
was
my
Emily
kids
Hooper.
than with
Yes,
me. I
yes.
will tell you that. I definitely noticed it more because I was more aware of it, and it
Hmm.
did set the tone for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
And you did what, Tim? I didn't hear what you said.
No, I was just saying I totally agree with Gabe and that, but I was more aware of it with my kids and how
Mm.
important
Oh,
high school
yeah.
Mhm.
was to my kids
Mhm.
versus me. It was just getting through. You know, I just want
Yeah.
to get through and get on to that next because I always knew I was going to go to college. I just didn't know where or what I was
Hmm.
going to study, but
Mhm.
it was just that next step. Where for them, it really I saw them change in high
Mm.
school, and
Hmm.
it
Mhm.
was yeah. High school is an important 4 years. For sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then,
I think the
yeah, go
cool
ahead.
thing, though, I think the cool thing is that like we all had really different experiences in high school at Shaker, but we all felt really really good about it. Like we all found our place there. You know, it sounds like based on what we're talking about here, is we all found a place. We
Well,
all
because we had a leader like Kevin.
yeah.
If we didn't have Kevin, I don't know if I ever would have found my place. But having Kevin as my leader senior year,
Secretly, I
I'm
took all
not
my orders from
kidding
Clint.
around. I mean, it was refreshing to have you as our leader because it meant that we could all achieve. And
Well, I
that
mean,
is
okay, but Tim,
negative.
you're being serious, aren't you?
I
No,
am
he's not.
totally being serious.
Yeah.
I'm totally being serious.
But
But, you know,
Oh my
I think that
God.
gets back to the whole Susie Spiro conversation, which is, I mean, we're not one like we don't like you might have felt she might have been a better able to represent the class, but maybe our class needed you to represent us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like maybe we just didn't need like cookie cutter, just people that seem like they would be the best. Maybe this is what our class needed for people to feel like they belonged. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's a good point because I think Kevin, like I didn't know Kevin, right? But
Still
I
don't.
can't even. Yeah.
No one.
Well,
Nobody
You will
does.
after the barbecue, though. Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see which Kevin shows up, right?
Yeah. You know, we put
But
some shrooms
but
and some culinary shrooms in the mix.
but
Yes.
I just think it's interesting. I think it's interesting that our class elected somebody who was not like the typical popular cheerleader, right? You know?
They
Yeah.
hired a bad boy is what they did.
But you never saw Kevin in a skirt. A couple of us did, and he definitely had better legs than Susie.
And now you're calling Susie Spiro out.
Hey, we should call him. We can call her right now. We can call her right now. Let's call her right now.
Tom Boylan.
I already called out Tom Boylan.
Yeah.
Susie,
Oh, who else did you call out? Let
I
me
know you're gonna
tell
watch this, and when you watch this, just know that I wasn't the one talking shit about you. I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh,
See?
that was great. That's
Yeah, keep it real. I mean, I also think when did Fast Times at Ridgemont High come out? Was that 82 or 83 before we graduated? Because, in a weird way, when I look back at that time period and I think about that movie, I kind of indirectly associated Kevin with Sean Penn's character, the
Oh,
Jeff
yeah.
Spicoli character, And then you look at it older on, to me, that character, if it got older, it would be Jeff Bridges in The Big Lebowski. But the common theme is the authenticness of self and approaching life in a, to some extent with a carefree attitude of some sort, That's just like some random musings about cinema in real life.
1982 it was.
Yeah, 1982. Okay, so yeah. So that would have been previous. But I also think about the experience of Shaker. I still feel there was a lot of silos still in some ways with people and how they interface with each other. I mean, whether it was in the classroom. And I think about this, or, maybe sports, but I think about one of the interviews that we did last year. I think it was with Scott Griffin, who had probably the most viewed episode of our first season. Shout out to Scott Griffin.
So,
and Tony Peck, but them for example, them from the Moreland area, they had their own proto kind of social media in real life thing. They had a wall that they talked about that they would all go hang out at. And, one person would go there and then gradually other couple people would show up and they would, catch up and then figure out what they do, what to do. But that was their own unique thing, in and around Shaker, which was fascinating, they had their own.
I was like Spicoli and The Big Lebowski, and they were like Silent Bob and Jay.
Yeah, in that way,
You didn't hear, Kevin, what we were seeing about you.
I gave everything. The bathroom's right across the hall.
Or what was
We
that
couldn't
movie?
hear you though in there, so that's good.
Or the Outsiders, Pony Boy and all that, and it's all the reimagined remix of that. But no, it's just fascinating, the different kind of realities and stuff like that. I'm trying to think of. We didn't have any of sensational crime events during our time, did we?
Well, we had that. What great! I know we were at Woodbury.
Yes.
Remember,
Billy the Fence at Sutton's Place. Yes.
Billy. Oh my gosh, what was his last name? He was a class ahead of us, but
Fillmore.
Something like that. But there was some kind of fight at a gas station, 7-Eleven.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up getting hurt and he ended up dying.
Yeah, that was. I vaguely remember that because I think my mom wrote a letter to the Cleveland Press about that, and she was talking about the senseless violence and it had more to do with like social class.
There
type.
was somebody from
Yeah.
our class.
No, he wasn't in our. He was at Shaker, but not our class. He was in the class ahead of us.
Oh.
But I think it happened when we were in junior high school.
Yeah.
Well, a few years before that, there was that kid that got thrown down the elephant hole and died down there.
Was
Where's
it
the elephant hole?
Jerry Parche?
Yeah, Parche. That was not the sewer. I thought it was a sewer.
Yeah, it was the sewer. Yeah.
It's called the elephant hole because you could fit an elephant in that sewer.
Right.
That
Right.
big?
Right across the street from my house. And that
Wow.
the water would flow into that giant hole and then filter its way into the lake in my backyard.
Wow, man.
Well, then right
Wow.
after, right, the murder on Lee Road, right after we graduated.
Really?
Oh yeah, that other.
Oh,
my,
that was like the ex-boyfriend killed the.
Yeah, I don't know
Was it-
if they ever solved it, but that was the only thing I ever. Well, no, you know what? When we would have been junior on South Park, that gal that was stabbed in her in her bedroom.
Oh,
wow.
Who
Mark
was that?
Mark Spring's girlfriend. What was her name? I don't know if I know it, but
that happened after we graduated, right?
no, that happened before I went to Shaker.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Shaker's had some like real
Yeah.
like stuff that they've like some of the crimes that they've like swept under the rug. Like I remember
Oh yeah.
talking to Dave Udelf, and he was telling me about some crime from like the 50s. Some suburban mom that lived off of South Woodland up there by Malvern or Mercer area had what's the term they use nowadays online? Unalived a young kid, and then tried to hide the body or something. And they wrote a book about it or something. So yeah.
There's an art to that. Not that I would know.
Oh, about bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't bury a body horizontally, you bury it vertically deep enough because it will reduce the footprint for cadaver dogs and stuff like that.
You
And
guys
then
are
use a-
the CIA, right?
We figured that out.
just random tidbits, you know.
Well, now I know how to get rid of my wife.
Uh,
Don't say that because if she comes up missing,
we got evidence. Oh.
I'll float her down the river.
On a brighter note,
Before we go, I want to ask
Yeah.
you a question.
sure.
I want you to finish this statement. And we're going to start with Kim. Kim, more people should.
woo,
That's a great question.
More people should love.
Thank you. Julie, more people should.
more people should see themselves in other people.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Fitz, more people should.
More people should be considerate and patient.
Thank you. Gabe, more people should.
More people should examine their shadow side and own their shit, because oftentimes a lot is projected onto other people and has nothing to do with that person.
Thank you. My answer is practice your critical thinking skills.
That's a great one.
Just think it through. Think it
Yeah.
beyond what's in front of your face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon Moore, Michigan, lost it all.
No, we're
Lacking
sure
that-
he lost it for his family. And that's
Yeah, you know,
Horrible
Michigan
part.
man, critical thinking. We're from Michigan, all that other shit. Prime example of what you're saying in the sports world, Kevin.
Yeah, it's in every world. More people
Yes.
should critically think in every situation.
Yeah, Yes. Yes. And yeah.
I will tell you one more thing about Shaker. I think the institution, especially when we went there, had the unique ability to meet every student where they were. I think that was my experience. I mean, I came to Shaker in ninth grade, failed my way upward, ended up in rehab in 10th grade, came back, and the school found a place for me and made me feel valuable, and they got me through.
Right on.
And if it weren't for that basement school, God, I loved that basement school.
Shout out to the basement school.
Yeah, I'm trying to Miss Antoine. Was that her name that ran that basement school?
Is that Lawrence Antoine's mom, June Antoine?
Yes.
Dr.
Yeah.
Antoine. Yes.
Mhm.
What
Yeah.
a fucking wonderful woman. Just absolutely amazing woman. She didn't know me from Adam, but she saw right through me.
Mm-hmm.
And what a benefit, what a blessing it was to have someone like that, even though it was for a short time.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. And I truly believe that the institution of Shaker Heights High School back in the mid 80s was there for everybody. And I could be wrong. Maybe it's just my experience, but
Mm-hmm.
No, that was my experience too. It challenged you if you wanted to be challenged. It gave everybody the opportunity to succeed.
I don't know that it's like that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I think
It's
about
not-
what happened was it last year? There was that unfortunate shooting at the library.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And then in the spring there was a 15-year-old that was murdered out in Maple Heights. Was caught out there, I think, running with the wrong crew or something. But and then the fact that now they got metal detectors there at the high school.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's a
unfortunate.
different place.
It's a different place. And I will
Every
add too,
place is a different place.
one thing that's kind of like head scratching, and this has to do with whatever their capital vision was for all of our schools, and the fact that they're tearing down Woodbury, a portion of it, and they're reopening up Ludlow, but the fact that these schools have structurally gotten to a point where they have to do these major renovations. I'm like, weren't you all thinking about this 20, 30 years ago, what these schools are going to like turn into, architecturally and structurally? I mean, that's a whole other conversation, but I just feel like, if I had a big gripe about Shaker is this, I felt that Shaker sat on its laurels for a lot of things because, we're Shaker, you know? And I feel like some of those things are coming to, back to bite them now. So, yeah. But hey, I wouldn't trade the experience for the world. We're here. We're all living testament to it.
Yeah.
And I mean, and like our reunion last year was so much fun.
Yes.
So many people.
I had a blast. I had so much fun.
So many people showed up. Everybody had a good time. I just think that just shows you. I mean, I tell other people about like our reunions or even about this call or, and they're like, what? Your school, like people do that? Like people want to stay in touch with each other like that? And I'm like, oh yeah, it was magical.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I really felt like last year, I mean, I'm glad I tried to videotape much of it, as I could, because I also had this feeling like it was the perfect weekend weather-wise, everybody who showed up, the event and everything. And I was like to myself, better embed this in your brain before we, what we went into. And because it was like, yeah, man, this is these are golden memories right here. You got to remember this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost sorry I missed it.
Well, you have a chance because we're going to do our 60th birthday party.
And we're gonna have the pre-cookout. The
And we're-
pre-cookout.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
I don't know if
Gabe,
Wait.
August 2nd. It's August 2nd, right? Is that what we said? August 2nd?
Yeah, I think
for the-
so.
So put it on your calendars. Put it on your calendars.
Yeah, we'll probably start pushing it. Probably 6 months out, maybe. Like we'll start pushing it in the spring.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, and like we said at the beginning of the call, I mean, it's a blessing that we're all here.
Mhm.
I saw that on the Facebook page. I did not know her, but somebody from our class had passed away. Adriana Glenn had posted the woman's name.
Cynthia Coe. Cynthia
Yeah.
Coe. Yeah.
I did not know her. I mean,
don't
I still
remember.
trip out how big our class was,
Mhm.
people. So every day is a blessing, like we said earlier, man.
every day above ground. Good
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm a little slow on responding. We were asking about our favorite teachers earlier, and
Yes.
I remembered like I loved math too. Alan Slauson in at Woodbury.
I think I'm
I don't know if
familiar.
anybody remember him,
I
but
remember Slauson. Yeah.
he was an algebra teacher, and I just loved algebra. And I ended up that summer. He was like, oh, I had done like really well in his class, and he wanted me to. He had some summer program, and he wanted me to come and help out with that, and I did. And it was like just nice to have the teachers like reaching out and saying things and involving me in things that just not typical school stuff. It's
Mm-hmm.
just beyond the school.
Yeah.
But then fast forward going to like we went through like I didn't go to Shaker public schools when I was in elementary school. I went to Cleveland Public, but then I went to Woodbury and Shaker. And then when I got to college, it's like, okay, you know about the things that are going on in the world, right? But we didn't have like direct experiences with having separate water fountains and the Jim
Right.
Crow stuff and all of that kind of stuff, right? But this is 1984. I'm in Georgia at Atlanta at Georgia Tech, and they burned a cross on the AKA's front lawn. They were the only ones that had a house at that time on campus, and it was like crazy. And I was writing home like, "What the heck?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what is this?" It's like it was crazy. It was like that's when I started like being closer to it. It still things weren't directed at me per se, just personally, but I would see and hear about all these things, right? They were
Right.
close enough to have an impact on me, but it was interesting that I didn't feel like that until I left, until we were in college, right? It wasn't from high school or junior high school.
I mean, when you think about it, like Civil Rights Act, 64, 65. I mean, we're 20 years out from that, you
Right.
know?
Yeah. It was all
This-
new.
Yeah.
What was Shaker like in the mid '60s? Does anybody know?
I mean, just a little bit that I read. I mean, Ludlow was like ground zero for a lot of the integration efforts. So
Mm.
it emanated out from there. Um,
When?
But it was intentional. Shaker was
Yeah.
intentionally
Yeah.
integrating.
exactly.
They
Yeah.
didn't have to. It was a choice made by the city.
And then,
And
Oh, and a lot of parents too. I know
Yeah.
that Mrs. Straffen was heavily involved with that.
yes, yeah. There was a bombing in the Ludlow neighborhood of a black doctor's house or something like that. Somebody.
I didn't do that either.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you didn't.
he's a CIA agent.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so that was during that time of this, effort to, we're going to voluntarily integrate. We want to, pay, white families to move into for example, the Ludlow, Moreland, Lomond area and stuff like that to help balance out balance out, things. So, yeah. Um,
Hmm.
It was an experiment, but it worked for us. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, we are our own ambassadors to our environment. Well, we've held everybody captive enough. I think it's 1 hour and 59 minutes and 34 seconds. It doesn't seem like it.
Who's counting?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gabe, thank you so much.
Hey,
Yeah, thank
it's a
you.
team effort. I mean,
Yeah.
Julie, shout out to Julie for making this
Yeah.
happen. Because I think this was like an ongoing kind of like sporadic conversation since last year. And so, it just shows everything's about geography and timing. So this was wonderful.
That's because Julie wanted to defend me since Susie Spiro was smoking.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that interview because
It's up on Facebook. I mean, it's up on YouTube under the
I
original.
I tuned in about 1 minute before they started talking about me.
I mean, you couldn't script it, man. All of a sudden, I just saw it pop up, Kevin Seminaro. I was like, oh, hell no. Oh,
But yeah,
man.
I'm so glad that everybody was able to get on because I didn't think it would happen. I didn't think we'd all be able to get on, Kevin. I didn't think you'd get on. Honestly,
I like to keep people
think
guessing.
so. I'm so glad.
And Kim, all the way from Vegas, sitting up cozy. She ate. She's up in her hotel room. She's chilling.
Chilling.
I love it.
Yeah.
And Fitz out there on the river with the eagles and the otters. Oh man!
I can't wait to come over.
Oh,
like
you
this-
guys coming
Yeah.
over.
And see it in the wintertime, man. Oh man!
Oh, it's
that's-
beautiful.
Everybody bring your swim trunks.
No, not now. But
Hey,
you can
by
put
the
your
way,
skates. The river does freeze because it's
Yeah.
a low flow river, so you can skate. Practice my hockey stops out here. Once in a
Oh,
while.
do you?
Yeah,
Oh,
baby.
wow.
at your own risk.
Oh, how brave are you? That's brave.
I mean, how deep is it over there? Do you have an idea how deep the river is going by your house?
Okay, so Gabe, honestly, the when I moved in, I sit about 15 feet up on the river, and it was coming onto my grass. Right, this is like the first 2 months I moved in. It got that high. I'm like, well, I'm so screwed. I didn't realize this thing's gonna float away. It's never gotten that high. The highest it ever gets is like 8 or 9 feet, and then
Okay.
it gets down to like ankle depth
Okay.
most of the time.
So
That's
we can,
the Schwerin River. Yeah.
so we can bring a canoe or a little dinghy.
Yeah,
down the
exactly.
river.
Oh no. I've got kayaks. You guys cruise down, do some kayaking, and then I'll have the burgers cooked up. And
I'll
Yeah.
cook.
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
cook.
I'm going to stand
Yes.
on land and
Kevin,
watch
you
you guys.
And I want mushrooms on mine, Kevin. Mushrooms on my burger.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Yes. Love it.
I'm not
Love it.
finding me in a canoe. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
no, it's a kayak. It's not a canoe.
Oh, a kayak.
don't tip over. Canoes do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Kayaks
you're
tip
safe.
over.
You're safe.
Yeah. Well, everybody, this will be up on YouTube on the Shaker Speakeasy page to watch and share. Whatever you celebrate. I mean, man, we're in Hanukkah now. I'm about to go into Christmas next week. So, and I think Eid had already happened already, or is happening. But wherever
And
you,
then Kwanzaa.
yes, Kwanzaa,
Mhm.
yes.
When is that?
It is a holiday started by Ron Karinga.
No, when is it?
Oh,
December 26th through
26th.
31st. No,
Yeah.
through January 1st.
so yeah, it's the holidays. It's the most
Yeah.
wonderful time of the year.
Yeah.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on ABC. Can't miss that.
No.
And
I'm
Charlie
really-
Brown
I'm-
Christmas.
Yeah, and I'm really into the Christmas spirit this year. we went to last night. We went to see Mariah Carey's Christmas time show
Oh
here
wow.
here in Las Vegas. Yeah,
Yeah.
one of her songs was the Charlie Brown song. She sings everything. It was great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she needs the money, man. She burns through a lot of money on a monthly basis. And that's not a disrespect. It's just she's high maintenance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
So
heard it cost something like $250,000 every time she sets her foot out the front door or something.
yeah, it's something
Good
crazy,
Lord.
bro.
Something
Yeah.
crazy
Hey,
with
Yeah.
all the people.
Kim,
Yeah.
did she ask about me?
No.
Another lonely
No, and,
Christmas.
and I'll tell you something else. And Rihanna was in the audience, and
What?
we had floor seats, and she was like 2 rows ahead of us, which was like
Riri.
3 rows from the stage, and she was like all into it, singing all her songs. And she also did not ask about you. So
That was my
No,
next
because
question.
her man's would have wanted to knuckle up with you.
Was she with her man? Was Rihanna with her man? With her
no,
husband?
we didn't see him. Mm-mm.
I told him to stay away.
Yo, if ASAP Rocky cheats on her, does her wrong, if I see him, I'm catching him. I'm catching him.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I mean, he might whip my ass because I'm an old man, but I gotta
You gotta
do
stand
justice
up
for the
for
young.
yeah. You gotta
Yes,
stand up for Riri.
yes, that's right.
Stand up for
She's
Riri.
like a daughter. She's like a
Yeah.
daughter. So yeah. So anywho, well, you all have a safe, blessed holiday, however you all spend it, near or
Yeah.
far. Most important
Okay.
thing, stay hydrated. Water,
Yeah.
fluids, and everything else like that. Got to keep the neuroplasticity supple and fluid.
And stay mobile. Keep your body moving.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And shut
No, I
down the
prescribe the
riffraff.
alcohol like Cliff Clavin. You know, you keep chasing the slow ones.
Yes.
Keep killing the slow ones.
Yes. And shut down the riffraff, the foolishness.
Yeah. I want you all to know that I gave a donation in all of your names to the Human Fund this year.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you. I need
Okay.
all the help I can get because
you.
you know, hell's getting gentrified right now, and I don't
Yeah,
know if I
that's-
can afford the rent.
That's from Seinfeld.
Yes.
It sounded like I had all you fooled.
Yeah. Almost. So, all right. Well,
All
this
right.
has been wonderful, man. Thank you all.
Thank
It was
you
great
all.
seeing everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And
And
Julie,
Better
we
to
got
see
we
your
got to
dinner,
we got to
too.
do more co-hosting. I'll be the Flavor Flav, and you be the
I'm right there with you. I'm right
Okay.
there with you.
All right. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right then. Love and light to everybody.
Okay.
And
Same to you, Gabe.
yeah,
Bye,
until
everyone.
next time. All right.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.